Alrighty. So not even 24 hours later of live streaming, we got another video that drops from St. Tontus. So proxies, I figure it is time just to go ahead and get this reaction out the way and see what you guys in the chat feel. But apparently, ZZZ 2.4 is a disaster. The devs have given up yet again. Dude, I don't know how many times the ZZ devs have given up on us, guys. You know, at this point in time, listening to St. Tonus about how many times the ZZ devs has given up or how much they have destroyed this game. Why hasn't this game EOS by now? I don't know. But I figure we go ahead, we give a nice little reaction to this one right after today's video sponsor. You're looking to snag that next S rank agent on your account, but yet you're out of polychromes and you're about to blow some cash on the in-store shop for some monochromes? Hold up before you top up. If you're playing Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, or any gacha game that empties your wallet, LDSHOP's got your back. With LDSHOP, not only you're just topping up, but you're saving money. 27% compared to the in-game store prices. That means more rolls, more chances for your dream agent, and way less pain on your bank account. And the best part? It's fast, it's safe, it's secure. No sketchy logins, no endless waiting. Just pick your game, choose your amount, pay, and boom. Your credits to the account before your pity counter even starts sweating. And here's the kicker for all my viewers out there. You'll save even more with the link down in the description below. So whether you're pulling for Orphe, Lucia, or one of those agents that, you know, RNG keeps teasing you with, don't let the in-game store rob you blind. Top smarter. Save yourself right now by using LDSHOP down in the link below. Alrighty. So, ZZZ 2.4's disaster. Let's let the gotcha Jesus himself explain to me in my small little peanut-sized brain just what I am missing. Let's get his take on this.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with another live stream react. Except this time, it's not going to be for Wuthering Waves, it's not going to be for Where Winds Meet, it's not going to be for any other game other than Zenless Zone Zero and version 2.4. And boy, oh boy, I gotta say that the expectations for this live stream were probably pretty damn high.
Wow, 2.4 expectations were pretty damn high when we know the Void Hunter's coming in 2.5. Yeah, okay.
Following news of the third relaunch from the Zenless Zone Zero developers, it sounds like something that might be taking place across versions 2.4 and 2.5. So I'm honestly looking forward to seeing how these developers are going to, you know, follow through on the bold claims that they made just a couple of days ago. A lot of people, right, calling them like the greatest of all time, making comparisons to LeBron James, when nothing seems to be going right with this game as a whole. Player numbers keep dropping, engagement keeps falling, YouTube views keep plummeting, and honestly, I just can't really see the path forward unless some drastic changes are made to the actual gameplay.
Okay, time to play bingo really quickly. What is the odds that the Twitch tracker is going to show up in here? Let's be honest. That Twitch tracker is going to come up. We're going to see on there, like, oh boy, even though the mass majority of some of the biggest CCs in Zenless Zone Zero stream only on YouTube and not even on Twitch, we're going to end up, you know what? Let's just do it before he does it. We're going to end up seeing this, aren't we? Aren't we? We're going to see that, like, you know, in November, it went down to 922 average viewers, down 347. You know, that's a minus 27.2, you know, thing here. And if you take a look at like the average number of people, you can see that ZZZ is not doing good since, you know, its previous lining, even though I'm looking at it. And to be completely honest, from July, it relatively seems that ZZZ's been pretty much at this level. I'm not really going to count anything for November right now because November's still not over. But looking at the numbers, it's been pretty much maintaining a steady level. But in case he doesn't bring it up, might as well bring this one up while we're at it. Damn. Sure looks like the engagement for Even Weather and Ways from back in June, July. Like, man, kind of looks like, even Wu was not doing so well and just so hot either, huh? Yeah. Okay, let him continue.
There's a reason why this game is having its third relaunch in a year. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's dive right on into this live stream. I'm not going to be watching the whole thing. I've got a list of pretty detailed timestamps on the key items to look at, and we'll...
Okay, so he's got a pretty key list of topics to talk about, but otherwise, we're not going to watch the entire live stream, even though this video is over 44 minutes long, which I'm pretty sure you could just watch the entire live stream and just discuss it, and get full details. Okay. I mean, this is the same person that we watched his reaction on the Dev Talk, and he just read what the snippet was versus actually go and read the translated, documentation from the actual dev live stream to get a full scope of what they're talking about the changes that's being planned and what they're dealing with the narratives and everything. No, he made a whole complete, take on that, pretty much about how bad ZZZ was here, and now he's going to do it with this. Okay.
We'll be making sure to skip through a lot of the yap because Hoyoverse live streams, oh, they love their fucking yap. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started with...
Really quickly, just to address this in the chat. This is not even a relaunch. People are addressing it as a relaunch because St. Tonus, I guess, viewers and such like to use the word relaunch. This is just an evolution of content. Like, a relaunch to me, and I think maybe what it should be considered would be, hey, look, 1.4. We took out all of the TV mode. We revamped the entire system. We gave it to where every single character has an alt. We put in Deadly Assault. We did all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. That's a relaunch. When you're basically taking things from scratch and you're advancing it up a little bit higher and you're taking the core structure of the game and you're rebuilding it. So you went back to scratch. Here, we haven't gone back to scratch. All we're doing now is we're adding on. So I don't understand either why this is called, like, why 2.5 is going to be called the relaunch of ZZZ when nothing is being removed. Nothing's being redone. If anything, we're just getting things added on top. But let the cool kids go ahead, and make up all their terminologies. I mean, these are the same type of people that you ask them, how do I go ahead and, figure out power creep and weather and waves, for example, and they tell you there's no such thing as power creep and weather and waves, and I'm like, well, if you have Zanny with Phoebe and Shorekeeper, and you have GN with Shorekeeper and Mortifi, Zanny does more damage. Oh, no, you don't do it that way. You have to put GN versus Zanny, and that's how you do a tier list. Oh, okay, so then at that point in time, wouldn't Carlotta versus GN, wouldn't Carlotta not be a better character that could stun lock enemies and do more damage? Oh, no. Now you got to put a team. They can't even determine. Let's be honest here. Even the Woo kids cannot even determine what is considered power creep or anything. They just want to go ahead and just talk, just to talk.
The trailer for this version.
The program starts now.
Sarah, my most faithful.
Dude, the story looks fucking amazing.
Thou hast come to the fair.
Okay. I'm going to assume that he might give a little praise to the story, but otherwise he's going to be somewhat like argumentative about it. But dude, when I saw this trailer right here in particular, this little teaser, dude, 2.4 for me is like, for a lot of people in Weather and Waves, is the 2.8 of Weather and Waves. I'm here for the story for 2.4. I don't really care about gameplay right now. The story is coming to a climax, and this trailer fucking, like, holy shit. It makes me excited more for the story than anything else. 2.5 is my gameplay moment. I want the story.
Brink of my advent.
Okay. People are dying.
The connection between your sister and that sword, then the creator is the only hope for you.
Oh, that's Yishuan's sister.
So this is the Exaltus creator.
Let me move that.
The connection between your sister and that sword, then the creator is the only hope for you.
Oh, that's Yishuan's sister.
I've already seen a foreshadowing that this is going to be bad. This is bad. I've already seen a foreshadowing that this man has no idea what the characters are.
So this is the Exaltus creator.
Let me move that a little bit.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, there we go. Well, they got a guy with a sword. Never seen that before.
Beep, beep. Work orders are open.
They have a guy with a sword. Brah. This is what happens when you have a person who does not play a fucking game that is trying to tell. Continue.
Service review in progress.
I don't know about that voice, but that just seems to be a thing in ZZZ, is to have like the
Too late for that.
the squeakiest characters in the space.
This is the end for you.
The squeakiest characters in the space, bro. Maybe they give helium to the VAs.
Okay, really quickly. Voice acting is also a subjective factor here. He might not like it, and you might not like it. That's why they have Japanese voice acting. That's why they have Chinese voice acting. I believe they have Korean voice acting. Just go pick your poison.
The way to break the connection between you and the Qingling sword. No matter the price I have to pay, Xiaohuang.
Hey, this guy sounds cool though. Oh yeah, this guy looks cool though.
Repay this debt with my life.
Hey, I mean, this guy is badass.
Bargaining chip. Go and live for the 5 summits.
God damn, he just beats the shit out of everybody and has like 17 arms. This is truly Giga Zenyatta. This is one of the only reasons why I might come back to ZZZ is this guy. The dubstep fits so well. Holy shit.
What are you waiting for, Ye Shunguang? Draw your blade and kill me so you can save him!
Come on. Hate. The monster who stood by and left.
Yeah, what about Ye Shungai? Where is she? It's not lagging. The trailer is meant to be at 10 frames a second.
Chosen me from the start. Do what
The
must be
trailer is
done,
meant to be 10 frames a second.
Trust you. Just as you trust me.
So, key thing that you should focus on from that trailer is the fact that, yes, Yi Shungite, the new Void Hunter, will be arriving in version 2.5. So, the main point of, I think, this version, as you clearly saw from the story, is not to actually focus on Ban Yue and Dialin, the new units, the squeaky Dalmatian girl and then the Giga Chad Zenyatta guy. It's not to focus on them, it's to focus on Yi Shungite. Because if that Yi Shungite banner does not make like $100 million, I think the game is actually fucked. No joke. There's a reason why they're placing her story up front instead of in 2.5 when she fucking releases, because they want you to be like this right before she releases. I think that
Is he complaining right now? Wait. Is he complaining that they're taking the Void Hunter's fucking story, putting it in 2.4, and try to go ahead and incorporate that story before you pull the character? Is he complaining about story buildup right now?
they're taking a page out of Wuthering Waves' book with what they did in version 2.2 to introduce Cartithia and then release her in 2.4, right? Except this time, I don't really think, especially based off the level of confidence I have in ZZZ's developers and their way to tell a story, because they're really fucking bad at telling stories nowadays. Like, ever since 2.x started, the story quality has literally fallen off of, like, a...
Why do you keep having to deep throat your mic? Like, you can stop deep throating it. So we're going to complain about the build-up of the story. We're complaining that we didn't, like, the girl here, right? Yee's sister, Yee right here, in particular, Void Hunter girl, has been hinted at since the beginning of 2.0. There's been several different pieces of dialogue she's been hinted at. She just showed up at the end of 2.3. We're coming at 2.4. We're going to be introduced to her into 2.4, and then 2.5 is going to come in. This is the climax of the story. So we're complaining that we're not doing something like Cartithia, where, you know, she shows up at 2.0 basically, and we don't get her until 2.4, and that we're building up the character over multiple patches. But this is the guy that's complaining about Obel Squad doing it on the patch before, calling it a marketing thing. This is the same person that was complaining that, oh my god, the characters are randomly showing up like Yidhari and such, and Lucia, because they didn't have a build-up. And now we get a build-up, and we're complaining yet again. I don't think anything makes this man happy. I don't think anything can make this man happy at all.
A goddamn perpendicular cliff and is now at terminal velocity heading to the fucking ground. Because of that, I don't think that it's going to work out that well. There's just part of me that is going to make me believe that Dialin and Banyu's contribution to the story is going to be absolutely surface level. And, like,
they were in 2.3. Dialin showed up with Banyu in 2.3. Banyu fought with us in 2.3, where I even sat here during the story with one enemy left on the screen, watching our master fucking robotic lion man beat the shit out of it for a good solid 15 minutes with an enemy at 1 HP, and he just kept ragdolling it all over the screen until I killed it. Like, he was a focal point in the story. Those characters were built up already. Zhao's been built up in this.
Not important at all. And it's just going to be the spotlight shifted. These two are going to feel like filler units in the story and just have all their spotlight shifted to Yi Shungite.
But they were already in the story with 2.3. This is why, if you actually play the fucking story, you play the game, you wouldn't sound like a complete moron. Shifu and them left, but with the mayor and shit, and left fucking Banyu to sit there with Bell and Wise to be the one to protect them and everything else, to be part of them, to be called Shifu while she is gone. And they went through the entire story arc, like his buildup is starting to be there. Then you have Dylan and with Zhao with Krampus that's fine. Oh shit, we found the unit, which is Banyu, which... This has all been started already in 2.3. So we already know these characters are going to be the primary focus in 2.4. They showed up here. They've been talked about. Oh, let him continue. That's
what I think is going to happen, because I think they're really desperate for her banner to do really, really, really fucking well. Oh, yeah, well, what did I say?
Be done.
You trust me,
just as you trust me.
What did I say, guys? What did I say? Does this look like a patch that's centered around Bond, UA, and Dialin? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it to me if this is what's going to be in the fucking story quest. So, like, why isn't she just... You know what? Never mind.
I am Ye Shunguang, wielder of the Qingming sword of Yun.
So she got super white mode? She's
Ultra
not even
Instinct.
available this patch. What? She already showed all the goods like this? Okay, all right. Well, I mean, this is the thing, right? If they did this, if they do this well, I'll give them praise, right? if they give an appropriate amount of the spotlight to Ban Yue,
bro, we could go down into Weather and Waves talks if you want about how fucking trailers has shown up for characters before even their release came in that showed all the goods. When we're talking about characters in Weather and Waves, you have characters since 2.0, even before 2.0, but we're going to go with 2.0, like Catrella, that was never drip marketed prior to anything, that just showed the fuck up. Kokona, that just showed the fuck up. No build up, no nothing. Lupa, the fucking girl who just fucking jumps at you, sniffs you, and says, I want to fight, and acts like a male Goku. No build up and everything. So, I mean, we got characters. There's no build up with these characters whatsoever. We go through a fucking story, and then they fucking drop off the face of the earth until fucking 2.8 shows up. And then they don't even get a fucking time in 2.8's fucking story, that they just did it for the fucking hype. That there was no real fucking reason for these characters to even show up. I mean, no gacha game is going to have a perfect fucking story for anybody.
and Dialin during their banner, and then weave this into the story as well, and it feels good, awesome. However, if it feels like those two just take on the B role and are just like Giga supporting characters that basically don't contribute at all, and the entire story of 2.4 is focused on Yi Shungite, then I think it's going to be bad. There's a reason why I'm going towards the ladder of bad.
Summit. This sword.
The reason why he's going to the ladder is one reason only. Hoyo bad. Hoyo worst company known to man. That's why. Like, bro, you said you don't like ZZZ. You don't like the story. You don't like the game. You don't like it when people are telling you, hey, man, you're kind of playing the game wrong. If you do a couple different things here and there, you can see better results. No, you're just going to argue with them and proceed to go ahead and continue doing what you're doing just to rage bait. Either you're rage baiting quite hard, or you're really fucking stupid. One of the two.
With heaven and earth as its guide, shall cleanse all evil!
And then they cut into the version art of the two on-banner characters after showing that. Do you guys get what I'm talking about?
It's a
here? Do you guys
trailer!
get why I'm so pessimistic? People gonna be like, who the fuck is these two? I'm trying to get Yi Shungite. That and her voice acting was, can I just give a special round of whatever the opposite of applause is?
This sword, with heaven and earth as its guide, shall cleanse all evil!
Yeah, let's give a round of, like, the opposite of applause.
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe we really should give more credit to Wuthering Waves VAs. We really should give more credit to, like, Cartithia's VA, Alto's VA, all of those guys, because they do just such a better job. They're
Oh yeah, they totally do a better job. I mean, you got squeaky voice actresses like Encore. You got like Lumi that has a Scottish accent. You have fucking Yoo-Hoo over there that's got that weird voice. You got Varana. You got fucking characters like Alto's voice act. Yeah, he's pretty good. Brent's kind of a gooberish. I mean, not every single character in Weather and Waves is to anyone's, honest to God, like, specs. I know some people don't like Chang Li's fucking voice, and I love her English voice actor, but they play the game in Japanese because they prefer the voice actress in Japanese. But I tell you what, Banyu's got fucking Chris Sabat, motherfucker. A prime fucking voice actor. A prime one. We got Vegeta and Piccolo that's going to be in this fucking game.
They're
What's
so
what we got?
much better at their job, it's ridiculous. They're so
continue
much
on.
better, it's crazy. That was just bad. What is it with strong members of, like, this sect sounding bad? Like, Yi Zhuan's VA sounds like AI. And this VA sounds just not good. Okay, all right. That should be the version trailer. Oh, there's more.
I must never forget these memories. Never.
Who is that?
Oh my God!
Is that Shungite too?
Yes!
Welcome back.
All right, why did that sound remind me of somebody? All right, now let's move to 1324. And look at the Dialin showcase. Yep, the 101 Dalmatians squeaky ass new character. I heard she's broken. She's a stun unit that power creeps all the other stun units on the roster. Let's check it out.
Line intel.
God, I love that song.
Her attacks are kind of cool. She like fists her ring and then a big fist appears.
As an S-rank
It's Bayonetta, but okay.
physical stun agent, when Dialin is on the battlefield, she has 2 unique resources: customer complaints and positive reviews.
Okay.
While Dialin has a customer complaint point,
Her kit sounds retarded. Can I just be the first one to say that? So first, I need to accumulate my customer complaint points, and then after I accumulate enough customer complaint points, I'll then be able to
hold the basic attack button to unleash Get Lost. If Miss Dialin uses Get Lost to trigger a chain attack,
Oh, wow.
or summon squat mates during a chain attack, the next squat mate will enter the battlefield with their ultimate.
That just sounds broken. I'm sorry, that just sounds broken. So you just give them 3,000 decibels, you just pull them out of your ass, and
That's not what it...
doesn't Ju Fu Fu give you like 1,200? Doesn't Ju Fu Fu give you like 1,000 at the start of battle, and then this person just gives you one every chain attack? Ju Fu Fu gives you 1,000, and this character guarantees an ultimate every chain attack. What? Didn't Ju Fu Fu come out like 3 months ago? Wasn't she like 4 months ago and she already got power crept?
You know
Brother,
what?
No wonder these...
I'm going to do something for the first time. I'm going to take the chat. I'm going to put the chat right here because since we're recording this, what's your thoughts so far? What's your thoughts on this, guys? Go ahead. Just lay it out. Lay it out on the table. Lay it out on the table. This is your segment. This is your segment. Because last I checked, I'm going to be honest with you that there is some characters where, you know, the alt is just doesn't really do that much damage. So it depends on the characters and everything else you use. That maybe you might want to use more of their EX skill and, you know, totalizations and such. Never mind. Never mind. I hate you for making me watch this. I didn't miss it. The double standards killed me. I mean, he is making Woolwood content. He does make Woolwood content. It's just that he really is fascinated with ZZZ. Oops. Let's accidentally did that. Let's put this back up. All right. Let him continue. Let him continue.
Guys are buffing every fucking unit every patch. No wonder these guys are buffing a unit every patch. Because you'll pull a unit and then 3 months later they're useless. Who cares if they're buffing units every patch? Who cares if they're buffing at all when your new limited 5-star character is literally benched in less than 6 months? Hugo is benched permanently in less than 6 months. Ju Fu Fu benched permanently in less than 6 months. Caesar probably gonna be benched because of this bitch. Colada benched as well. Just probably go bench.
Caesar's been benched. But Gian's been benched by Carthethia. Fucking Lova has benched fucking characters like fucking Camellia and stuff like this. Like, but the power creep in Wua, the power creep in every fucking gacha game has been like that. It just depends on the players. This is why, like, the ZZ devs have discussed this, that they want to make like different game modes and stuff like this to make it to where veteran characters, older characters are still, you know, still at the same point. This is why we're talking about it with 2.5 in particular, that we're going to be introducing potential mode to help for those people who still love Grace, who still love Bernice, who still love different characters, and give them potentials to go ahead and make them stronger. So that way, future-wise, this is a system that could be expanded upon to make characters that may relatively be in a situation right now where 6 months after the fact, they're not as good, that they can become better and be part of a new meta. Like, there's people who has replaced, like, how many supports have been replaced in Weather and Ways when the first part, like when Shorekeeper came in, she's probably the only character for a good long time has stayed relevant. But until another support comes in, like, Shisha over here is going to be working with a lot of fucking teams. There's several fucking characters. Brant is a fucking great character to put onto a team for a Mortal Fire team. You don't need fucking Shorekeeper. Team building is whatever the player wants to do it as, but the characters get power crept all the time, and not even just in fucking gacha too. There is different games, like even in Dark Souls or Elden Ring, where weapons power creep fucking weapons when they come in for DLC. They're not balanced. Like, it happens all the time.
Probably the little Freerin looking robot. She probably gonna be benched as well.
The cost is a certain number of Missed Island's positive reviews. If Get Lost fails to trigger a chain attack, then it consumes more positive reviews, and your next squad mate still use.
You don't even have to, like, do it properly. Even if you fuck up, they still get their ultimate? Wait, so you're telling me that there's a mechanic where she has to build it up, but it's also like, yeah, if you don't build it up either, they still get it. What?
Is their ultimate when they enter the battlefield.
If you think it's good value for the money, please leave us a 5-star review.
Your character is just broken.
If you team up with a Raptor or Attack Agent, you can also increase the damage of some of Missed Island's skills.
After all, having backup is an element of strength.
Additionally, Dylan's EX special attack will appear in 3 forms: rock, paper, and scissors in sequence. Upon hitting enemies, Dylan will accumulate a certain amount of positive reviews and grant the overwhelmingly positive effect to the whole squad, increasing their damage. When enemies are...
So she's got damage buffs. She just shits out ultimate abilities. Damage buffs, ultimate abilities, and then she also has built-in damage buffs of her own to herself. Personal damage buffs.
He didn't listen. He's not actually listening. Like, even Lancer pointed it out right here. You guys are pointing it out. He doesn't know that. Even he said it right there, is that if you fuck up, it costs us more resources. Like, what? Never mind.
Hit by paper skills, they will be inflicted with the malicious complaint effect, extending their stun duration and increasing the stun damage multiplier.
So she extends their stun duration and increases their stun damage multiplier. So now she power creeps Trigger as well, because doesn't Trigger do the exact same thing but not give you free ultimates? Oh wait, she gives damage buffs to the team too? That means she's power creeping Lighter. Wait, she literally does every single thing that every limited stun agent in the game does. She gives you free ultimates, so she power creeps Jufufu, giving you 1,000. She has damage buffs as well, but she applies it to every character, unlike Lighter, who only gives it to fire and ice agents. So she power creeps Lighter by being usable with every attack and Rupture agent. Lighter can't even be used with Rupture agents because of how his shit works. What else? Oh, right. Stun duration, increasing stun damage multiplier. That's literally what Trigger does. So they power creep that too. What the fuck? This character literally is, like, broken. Hence why her banner is first. Oh, I see why. I see what they're doing now. This is going to be Yi Shungite's best-in-class support. She's also going to be the best-in-class support for every single character in the game. So she's giga-fucking broken. The end game and all the content in the game is going to be balanced around this broken fucking unit. If you don't have her, don't even dream about clearing the new Deadly Assault. And so everyone's going to have to pull her if they want to play.
Okay, we're going to pause it right here. Chat, would you please... I don't need to do it. How about you guys? Would someone like to explain the situation to him? He's right there. Say what you want to say to Saint. Hold on, let me make y'all bigger. There you go. So that way it's more legible. There you go. You cannot explain to a pigeon. Oh my god. Clearly, it just doesn't seem like he's paid attention. Okay. I can't wait to see what he's going to say about Banyu. Let's just let him go.
And then they'll have no polls for Yi Shungite. Because you know she's going to be fucking broken as well. We all know what happened with Hoshi.
Hold on. We've complained about like Miyabi power creeping like Ellen, Joe, and Hugo and such. But the thing is that I'm going to put it like this. Dylan power creeping all the characters. It's not like Dylan's going to be able to be on all three fucking teams in DA or on every single fucking team that there's going to be for all the in-game content. So even in regards, like one thing I like about ZZZ is that, you know, all the characters are still very much useful. A new character like her is going to make Ellen Joe fucking really great. You now are able to boost up Ellen Joe. Or even like Hugo, excuse me. Like Hugo would be very good. I mean, we're really nitpicking on pulling in negatives instead of positives. We're really going into this route where we're looking at the detriment and we're trying to really showcase like how bad this is instead of like, you know, how good this is for some people that could think about like, holy shit, this. I don't look at Dylan as like, oh, she got power creep, like, you know, lighter trigger, all these other characters. I'm looking at it as like, oh shit, my Hugo might be actually be able to do something more. Like Hugo is going to be really good with this character. Holy shit. I'm looking at it to where, you know, this character is where I could take Trigger and I go put Trigger on a different team now rather than, and I could put her with best of slot with someone like Hugo. I can't wait for the Banyu. I can't wait for the Banyu. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Man, brother. Oh, I see what the plan is right now. You skip Banyu way because this character looks ridiculous. She didn't have to be this fucking strong, but they want her to sell, so they're making her broken as shit. Just like how Lucia's also broken as shit. Every single support is like a must pull. Banyue's banner is going to do dog shit because everyone will have spent on this unit because she's OP. And then everyone says for Yi Shungite. Okay, I see what the... Hey, man, I guess everyone's getting their Vivian skin after all. I guess everyone is getting their Vivian skin because everyone's going to pull this fucking unit. Because if you don't, you're fucked. You're cooked. You might as well quit the game. This kid is so broken, you might as well quit the game if you don't pull her.
Until the enemy recovers from stun. Also, the status of attack and
it keeps going
can provide additional damage boosts to Dylan's EX special attack.
She doesn't even need to do damage with everything that her kit does, but she gets to do damage too. Brother, she already does everything in the game. Why does she also need to do damage? She buffs damage for her teammates. She works with both attack and rupture agents. No faction specialty. She then also shits out free ultimates. She also buffs damage on the team and then extends stun duration and increases stun damage multiplier. What does this character not do? I'm genuinely curious.
Rock, paper, and scissors.
Check out how it looks in combat.
In combat, use EX special attack. We stun enemies while racking up positive reviews and inflicting the malicious complaint status on enemies. Then call your teammates in to use their ultimates doing burst damage. Overall, Miss Dylan not only has excellent stunning capabilities, but she's also skilled at summoning teammates to unleash their ultimates.
Bro, she's about to use 17 Yijuan ults.
Miss Dylan's skills are as impressive as her second identity.
Could it be the fact that he's actually just upset or jealous that Wu's not doing stuff like this because I guarantee you, if there would be a character in Weathering Ways which just gives you free alts or something, like oh my god, this support character just gave, GN like 3 free ults or something, he would be shitting bricks and being so happy. But because ZZZ's doing it, he's all upset.
She just used your body. They didn't even use the third one. Look, she has a third one available. They just decided not to show it, probably because it would be looking too overpowered. They decided not to show the third ultimate in the showcase because they know it's broken. They're like, yeah, if we show this third one, and they're gonna know the game is dead. Just don't use it. I just saw this unit basically cast 3 ultimates in a row, bro.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Are as impressive as her second identity.
That's cool as shit.
Oh, what was that? Beep, beep. You have disconnected from the call.
Okay, so her lore is that she's a customer service agent that works at like a martial arts place, and like that's what her entire kit is. Can we just talk a second about the fact that ZZZ has some of the most like retarded character origins I've ever seen?
Oh my god!
Her kit is like the basis of her.
I can't. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's gonna say it's for the origin of the character is retarded, but he doesn't know it's part of the Krampus faction under fucking Tops, that she is basically, when I've looked at the lore and everything, and we talked about this, not even like 4 days ago, maybe like 3 days ago, it's just like, holy shit, she is straight up Judge Dredd. She is jury, judge, and fucking executioner. She handles customer complaints, basically. Oh my god. Okay.
Kit is her being a disgruntled customer service agent, and that has led to her providing every single damage buff and every single buff in the game for an impact character. There's not even a lore reason for why she's broken. She's just broken. Not retarded, it's creativity. No. There's a certain point where creativity, that's not an excuse anymore. It's just stupid. This is an example. Just look at this fucking dialogue line beneath my head. No, it's just stupid.
The idea behind this, okay, and I even used AI to make a song for Dylan that I told it to pull the lore of Dylan, and it goes ahead, right? The 5-star review, and the song lyrics actually puts in there that ring, ring, you just got a call. Dylan's coming to give you a 5-star ass kicking. You do not want a call from Dylan. Like, you could say like, oh, this is kind of retarded, but it's kind of like, basically, this is Tops. Correct me if I'm wrong. The way I took everything with Krampus and everything, if Krampus is called into a situation, the situation is pretty much bad. And this is basically like your, I'm not going to say Assassin's group, but this is like your Judge Dredges. Your Judge Dredds, right? Like from the fucking movie, where they're coming in and they're going to clean up the mess. They're your cleanup crew. Nothing's going to survive when they're done. These are the elite. Right, basically like Max Tack from Cyberpunk 2077. Oh my god, they are the top of the line. Like, this is like the MIB. This is the government. This is like basically in the idea of it, jurisdiction wise, right? When Krampus is called in, they're like your federal agents. They take jurisdiction. And they're going to deal with the problems. They're going to help with the companies. They're going to do what is necessary. But when they're called, it's not good. And they take over. And they basically have full authority. It's just like feds. They have full authority to take over investigations. Like, have you not seen like 90s movies in a sense, right? When like the police are taking care of a hostage situation and then the feds come in, and then that one fed, it just tells the cops like, this is, you're off the case. We're handling it now. That's Krampus Group.
At this point.
Thank you for using our service. Remember to give a 5-star review. Taking in disciples to teach and purging evil. I bet Banyu Shifu is also super strong, right?
I've already experienced the Banyu Shifu.
I just want to see what he does. When does it start? 1623? All right, let's skip the yap. Oh, here we go. Hey, this is what I'm talking about. I bet this character's going to be underpowered. When he should be the one that's broken. I don't even care what the lore is behind this guy. He just looks badass.
All right. How is he going to address this? Let's think about this. Let's bingo this real quick. I think that he's going to be super excited, and in the moment they're going to say things like, oh, he's got manual combos. Maybe he's going to go into something about saying it's a little bit too sweaty. Like, he doesn't look as good as someone like Dylan. He's going to get a little upset, and he's going to basically doom post everything about Banyu. Let's see.
I don't even care what his lore is. Do you care what his lore is? Hey, you see this photo. Do you care what his background is? No, you don't. Nah, you don't. You don't give a shit.
As an S-rank fire rupture agent, Master Banyu has mastered various martial arts.
Okay, S-rank fire.
Devastating combo.
And you want to know what I bet his best in slot is? You got to use Dialin with him. You want to know why? Because you can't use Lighter with this character. Yeah, Lighter only works with attack agents and those within his faction.
I can make it through this. I can make it through this. I don't need to crash out. I can make it through this. I know I can. Okay. Let's go through it.
So, yeah, you can't even use Lighter. You have to use that fucking 101 Dalmatian squeaky-ass voice customer service agent.
If you can master it and chain his moves, you can unleash powerful and flashy skills with a high skill
Oh,
ceiling.
he's meant for fighting game
Banyu
players.
Shifu has multiple sets of skills. With sufficient adrenaline, you can create different combinations by pressing the basic attack button for light attacks and the special attack button for heavy attacks.
Wait, bro has
chaining
little
different
car
skills freely
canceling.
during combat. In addition, each skill has its own special perfect
Wait,
cancel.
literally Kara
If
cancels.
you can input the command for the next move precisely at this moment, then you can launch the next attack at a faster speed.
Oh my
Any
lord.
attacks during that? Will it break the combo?
Don't worry, steady as a mountain, Master Banyu enters an invulnerable
Wait,
state
so he
while
can just
performing
punch
his
forever?
EX special attack. After a dodge counter or assist follow-up, you can hold the basic attack or special attack button to quickly unleash his next
Okay,
move.
no, he has a.
Even if
You have to
drop your
intentionally
combo,
use one of his
you can still
iframes.
use Immovable Mountain to perfectly block your opponent.
Things come as they do naturally. If one wishes to fight as the mind desires, they must practice diligently.
Hey, I mean,
When
his kit
Wrathful
looks
Fire
cool.
is fully charged, hold basic attack to activate Visage of Wrath, and Banyu Shifu will enter the four-armed Vajra form.
Wrathful fire?
Bro has the Vajra form.
By consuming adrenaline, blocking or parrying enemies, I recover wrathful fires.
In the Visage of Wrath state, Banyu Shifu's entire body will be engulfed in flames, and he'll become a
Damn, he summons the
four-armed
7
Vajra.
Dragon Balls,
During
too.
this, by holding the special attack button, you can unleash 4 different skills with a single tap and
And I don't think he's realized that the voice actor of this character is Chris Sabat yet. He just said Dragon Ball, but he's not putting 2 to 2 together right now.
finish with Toppling Mountain.
However, if you manage to manually execute the skill, I'll gain a stack of Vidurata, which boosts my damage. In this state, it also becomes easier for me to
How the
perform
fuck
quick
do you get the
attacks compared to
Vidyadra?
normal state.
So,
How?
Finish with Toppling Mountain.
However, if you manage to
However, if you manage to execute, he's even got fucking subtitles on. If you manage to execute the skill, I gain a stack. Manually execute the skill.
manually execute the skill, I'll gain a
Not only can he not hear, he cannot read.
stack to feed your other, which boosts my damage. In this state, it also becomes easier for me to
How the
perform
fuck
quick
do you get the
attacks compared to the
Vidyadra?
normal state.
So, what's toppling mountains?
Bro, I'm pretty sure you're gonna need a
Upon entering
PhD
the
to play this
visage of
character.
Wrath state, hold the basic attack button, and Banyu Shifu will unleash Toppling Mountain, crushing enemies.
It's not that he can't read. He can't even hear. He can't even listen. Like, he's got subtitles on his stream. And he can't listen and hear what it just said, nor can he read where it says use manual. It's both. Someone needs to clear the earwax out of his ear, man.
Between massive boulders. If you can manually execute different EX special attacks before unleashing Toppling Mountain, then he can unleash an additional attack, launching his prayer beads at the enemy.
Bro, there's nobody out there that understood this on the first watch. I'm telling you, there is not a single person on this planet that saw this on the first watch and were like, yeah, I know how to play him.
Oh, that means
You know, Saint, you know, it might be hard for you to listen and to actually use your brain, but the mass majority of people that watch this, including myself and people in my chat and everything, all understood, like, holy shit. So we don't know the kit, right? We don't know how the manual combos might activate right now. But what we understand is that there's going to be two different ways of playing the character. There's going to be, and the best way it was brought up is this is going to be like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. This is going to be like straight up like a fighting game where you have auto combos that do 10% less damage. And if you do the fucking manual fucking version of the combos, which is called technical, you do technical mode, you get 10% damage boost. You do more damage. And everybody understood that. I can't understand how you can't understand that.
Banyu Shifu truly has the potential to become an elite hired hired hand.
In combat, Banyu Shifu will serve as the main attacker, continue.
Why are you putting Ju Fu on his team? Get that fucking power crept piece of shit out of there. Go, just put in Dialin. What the fuck are you doing?
Guys, what is Banyu? What type of character is Banyu? What type of character is Banyu? Fire Rupture.
Fighting on the front line.
Rupture.
By effectively managing his adrenaline and rage, you can unleash endless chains of attacks, keeping the enemy under constant pressure. Teammates who can provide support from off-field or by switching in quickly will typically become Banyu Shifu's go-to options.
Oh, so maybe you actually do want Ju Fu with him because she is fire too.
As expected of Banyu.
Oh my god!
Each punch takes its mark with unparalleled power. How strong. So scary.
Accidents can easily happen in a fight, so it's important to scale your power for each battle. As a Shifu.
Guys, I don't know if I can make it through this video, man.
I have a duty to my disciples.
Okay, are they
therefore must
back
set
to
a
the
good
Yap?
example for them.
Are they back to the
As a
Yap?
renowned auditing organization, I wonder what a Bangbu from Krampus Compliance Authority is like.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess you can say that guy's got something to do
Oh,
with
they got the new Bang
auditing,
Boo. All right.
too. Berkbleak has a massive multi-use component
Berkbleak.
Did they call it, what was that? Berk Bleak? What?
on its head that can be used as a laser sensor cannon in battle. When the scanner senses a target, it will use floating turrets to attack enemies.
Am I the only person that thinks these are the most unnecessary additions to the game? Doesn't every single person, when they're playing this game, skip the Bang Boo chain attack because it takes too long? And so, like, the only purpose these guys serve is that they, like, are, like, a distraction that does, like, a little bit of damage off-field. Like, I don't really know. This mechanic to me just seems like I'd rather they just be like cheerleaders that provide passive stats to the team. Low-key, I'd rather they just be passive stat sticks, and then they just do goofy stuff on the side of the battlefield and, like, cheer you on. I don't really think they need to participate in the combat. That's my take.
Upon triggering a chain attack.
All right, really quickly. He just insulted Bang Boo's chat. Here you go. This is on you. I don't even want to say anything. This is on you. What is the purpose of a Bang Boo? Yeah, we skip them in the chain attacks. Who wants to tell him? Anomaly build up, days build up. They give buffs. They support, they give passive buffs. You're crashing out, Blink. Oh, I'm sorry, Blink. We're only halfway through the video.
It will fire even stronger lasers.
Like,
It's a real all-in-one inspection and
they might as well not do anything.
combat package.
If there are
He's gonna shoot one laser at one guy. That takes him for like 200 damage.
these two Krampus members,
They're
of the
not about the
squad,
damage.
will deal even more days. It's a pretty amazing
It does
helper.
days.
Like, just imagine if he just passively, if you have the right people
Oh my
on
God.
your team, he just passively gives days to the team. I don't know, like, just something like that, bro. Their existence just seems to be pointless. Imagine
Even more days. It's a pretty amazing helper.
More days. And what does he say?
Like, just imagine if he just passively, if you have the right people on your team, he just passively gives days to the team. I don't...
Did he not even just listen? Did he not just fucking... Dude was not even fucking listening. Gotcha Jesus here, who thinks he knows every single gotcha game and the problems with them and how to fix them, can't even listen to a fucking special program and no wonder. Oh my.
No, like, just something like that, bro. Their existence just seems to be pointless on the battlefield.
Besides Krampus's Little Bang Boo, built-in Bulak will also be joining the battlefield in this update. In combat, it swings a building block hammer, brutally smashing enemies, and unleashing
That's
block
just King
spikes.
Buther.
When there's a support character in your
This is
squad,
just King
not
Buther, but
only
made out
does
of
its
Legos.
active skill damage increase, but it also unleashes more spikes.
I would like that one more if it wasn't just King Buther. King Buther is the original.
Proxies can obtain build and Bulak for free in a future event.
You already know nobody's gonna use this.
Now, let's go over the signal search info for version 2.4.
Okay, are they gonna have the new banners? Let's see.
In the first
So, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So far, we're at 21 minutes, right? Like, we're at 24 minutes and 53 seconds in this video that he's posted up on his channel. And what we got from this is that he's not listening. He's definitely got the subtitles. And he's definitely not able to read it because he's not interested in what's actually going on. That it is explaining different things throughout this entire broadcast. And he is just over here coming ahead and say, well, you know, if they would passively make the Bang Boo do like days or something, but like it only does 200 damage. It's like, motherfucker, that's exactly what the fuck the Bang Boo does. It adds more days. What the fuck are you like? We're clearly seeing someone who does not care, does not want to put an effort into learning to actually understand what's going on, and is just rage baiting, and just making a video just to make a fucking video. This is beautiful.
First half of version 2.4.
Well, yeah,
Foxes
everyone's gonna
can
pull
obtain
her
the
'cause she's
limited
fucking broken.
S-rank agent Dylan and the S-rank W engine.
Yeah, she's
Yesterday
overpowered.
Calls.
Everyone's
Through
pulling
the
her.
exclusive channel, voice of the once spoken and W engine channel, Dissonant Sonata.
Ring, ring! Your top tier customer service.
All right,
is here.
just show me. Okay, yeah. I see why they paired Hugo with her, because they know nobody's gonna pull this unit because he's fucking power crept. Yeah, he doesn't clear the endgame. He does not clear the endgame unless one of the specialized bosses, one of two bosses that he can be used against, are on the endgame rotation.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Before you could open your mouth about fucking Hugo, maybe you should end up talking to someone like me, who spent 4 fucking days bashing his head against a Defiler, a boss that was definitely not made for Hugo, and cleared the endgame with Hugo, Lighter, and Trigger with an M0 Hugo, by the way. Like, I have done this with the Defiler, the Wandering Hunter. I've done this with Miasma Priest. I have done this with straight up Miasma Fiend. I have used Hugo, Lighter, and Trigger on all of the bosses. And particularly, I'm not a real big Hugo fan, but it's been some of the most fun there is, and I have cleared endgame with this character. So before you can say, oh, this character doesn't clear endgame, I could tell you, you flat out don't know jack shit of what the fuck you're talking about. Because my point has always been, is that when it comes down to it, even with the shitty fucking shield buffs, depending on the time, the effort you put into your account, the effort you want to put into a character, you can clear endgame. Dylan's just going to make it 10 times fucking easier, don't get me wrong, but this motherfucker was clearing endgame with several fucking different bosses. I've even done the Butcher. Like, bruh.
They're pairing him with probably the most broken character they've ever released. Because they probably think he's going to sell 0, and then Dialin's going to make up for all of it.
Exclusive channel as Yesterday Dies and W Engine channel.
There's no criticism here. This is
a piece of shit. Just don't bother.
This is not even criticism. You're right, Madaz, you're right. Saints content is more about destroying the vibe than actual criticism. You're 100% correct on this. This is not criticism. This is a person who don't play the fucking game, who, unlike me, okay? I played ZZZ because of St. Tonus. I was playing Weather Ways 2.3. I had nothing to do. And then some people come into my chat and tell me, oh, Saint just cooked the ZZZ people. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with ZZZ? HP inflation, all this other stuff. And I'm just like, you know, I got nothing else better to fucking do. There's nothing to do in 2.3 Wuwo right now. I got Zanny and everything else. I got nothing to do. I turned on ZZZ. I installed the fucking game. I started fucking playing it. I got a friend who stopped playing ZZ, gave me his fucking account, said, hey, look, I don't know what it's been. I've been fucking like 6 months since I played the game. Take my account. You can have it. I don't care. Took his account over just to play the end game. Went through the fucking end game on that shit. And well, this is why I'm here and where I'm at now. But the thing I'm gonna get at here is that I ended up talking with the community. I talked with people in the chat. I talked with people who actually played the fucking game. And asked them, show me what the fuck I'm doing wrong. Explain to me why this doesn't work. Explain to me what works and what doesn't work. And you know what ended up happening from 1.7 to 2.0 to 2.1 to 2.2 to 2.3? I've learned so much about the game that I have learned that whether or not you want to believe it or not, with HP inflation, with miasma shield mechanics and all this stuff, every fucking thing that he has spit out about this game at the times and periods that was going on was not actually the fucking real goddamn case. Was not the actual fucking issues. They proved to me that he was an observer that was watching someone fucking play it and was just making criticisms, pretending he knew what the fuck was going on when he didn't know what the fuck was going on. And we're here, quote unquote, criticizing a game. You, in my personal opinion, as a person, if you're going to criticize something, you have to be able to play that something. You actually have to be a knowledge expert. I would trust criticisms more from someone else in the community. Let's just say it like this. Rain is a person who started playing ZZZ. Everybody knows who I'm talking about, right? The guy who did who does also Weather and Waves, that actually plays Weather and Waves. I forgot the extra N. You all know who I'm talking about right here, right? He played ZZZ. I take his opinion more about what his thoughts is, about the HP inflation discussion, about the different things like the new player got. I take his opinion more because he sat there and he learned the game. He sat there, he talked to EO. He sat there, talked to Kate. He sat there, talked to the community. He asked questions. He didn't bring off a fucking ego that says, I know better than you because I played Weathered Waves. He actually sat there and learned things. And when he was making mistakes, he asked questions. Well, why isn't this not working? And people explained it. That is a person that I could say has a valid criticisms when he brings up valid criticisms. Not a person who has sat here watching something and say, well, no one plays fucking Hugo because you only played Hugo one fucking time and then you went back to fucking Miyabi and you just said, oh, fucking Miyabi power creeps Hugo. Hugo's got a great fucking kit behind him. Hugo's a great fucking character. I don't personally like the way Hugo looks. He reminds me of fucking goddamn fucking Twilight, you know, sparkly fucking vampire bullshit. But otherwise than that, like, when I play Hugo, I'm not going to lie. When you hit a fucking totalization and it's a crit, and I'm sure any Hugo player who plays Hugo, who likes Hugo, will admit this. It is the most satisfying fucking form of fucking gameplay is when you see the fucking goddamn like 3.5 million fucking totalization. That you just did 3.5 million damage in one fucking hit. You totalized. The adaptions that you can do with fucking Hugo in the chain of cancels, the chain stun cancels and everything. Me sitting here for 4 fucking days with this character, going after the fighter, changing builds, to realize I could brute force my way through shit. And I had to change the gameplay style on the fly. Was some of the most exhilarating fucking gameplay that I've ever experienced. I'm sorry. I am not a Wuwa fucking... I do not like the way Wuwa is, and I'm hoping Wuwa one day changes, because the sad fact of the matter is that I'm not one who enjoys killing my bosses in less than a fucking minute. I'm a person who enjoys fighting my bosses and playing their game and beating it and showing face that, you know what, I might have struggled, but I accomplished something. Like, just because maybe a new character comes out that's going to power creep this character or that character doesn't fucking mean that I don't play characters like Hugo and such that I do not enjoy the way and like the fact that, you know what, they have something to offer. Hugo's not a shit character. Hugo's a great fucking character. And all something like Dylan's going to do is just make Hugo better.
They're pulling for him.
Residents. In the latter half of the update,
Okay, so they got
Foxy's
Banyu
gonna
Wei.
update
What else?
Channel Dazzling Choir. So, Ellen...
Oh no.
They're just trying to get these two out of the way. I think that's what it is. They're just trying to get Ellen and Hugo out of the way so they can say that they reran them. They're just trying to say, yes, we actually did rerun them, sir. We know that both their banners made a cumulative revenue of only like $1,000, but I assure you, dear auditors, we reran them. So don't worry about it. They're still an asset. They're still an asset to our company. Yeah, Hugo and Ellen are still assets. They're definitely not dragging.
From Victoria Housekeeping will be making another appearance in the latter
Okay, just get this
half of
shit
the
out of my face. I don't care. We all know they're trash. All right, what is the new event looking like? They got a chess event, apparently.
mystery.
You know, I'm just going to say it like this. Ellen Joe coming in, if I'm not... this is going to be, if you look at everything, with Dylan and what's coming up with Zhao coming in 2.5, this is a great time to rerun fucking Ellen Joe, because Ellen Joe is technically going to get a buff with Zhao, right? That's going to be coming in 2.5. In 2.5, they're introducing the potential system, right? Where the special awakening of characters to where they get new abilities and shit. It's the perfect time to bring in Ellen Joe, because if you're a person who pulls for Ellen Joe, hey, she's a popular character and she's going to get buffed. Like, they're not just doing this just to get it out the fucking way. They're doing this because they in particular have things that's coming down the road in 2.5 that you don't realize that, other people do, because, we look at leaks and we listen to the devs and we understand what's going to be happening. And that's no fault of St. Tones. He doesn't look at leaks. I completely get it. He doesn't look at leaks. But there's reasons behind it. And honestly, I don't even know why I'll say it like this. I don't know why Ambi is the quote unquote poster girl for fucking ZZZ. Like, she's the icon. Because honest to God, I think that should be Ellen Joe. Because everybody who I talk to, the one particular character that everybody still loves, whether they play the character or not, is fucking Ellen Joe. I think Ellen Joe is more popular in this game with fans than Miyabi. Like, I really fucking think that. All right, let's finish this off. Let's continue.
The new Chess Legend event, proxies can obtain base coins at the start of each turn. Recruit your squad, set up your first
Did they just have this?
Yes.
nation, and get ready to counter.
They literally just had this. Are they just making it permanent? Wait, everyone already knows what this is. Okay, all right.
They updated it.
It's just
Watch
TFT.
it.
Yeah, but if I wanted to play TFT, I'd just go fucking play TFT. But we've already gone past that. Anyways, yeah, they have like Snake and shit in this game. All right. A new
Oh my God.
Story, Eels plays the protagonist, Ikaro, apprenticing under 4 legendary mech pilots.
Did I ever tell you guys that when I played one of the ZZZ mech events, I just couldn't help but think this game sucks when I was controlling that mech? Because it's so fucking slow, it's so fucking clunky, and you have to spend like hours in it, and it's just like not fun.
Hours?
And learning from them how to
Like, I wouldn't even consider this a combat event. This is like you saying a fucking... Like, imagine one of those Genshin events where you technically control your character, but then you equip them with a cannon, and then they just shoot the cannon to clear the entire event. Yeah, I guess that's technically considered combat. You technically are using your own character, but like...
prototype Golden Mecha. Every pilot has their own unique tuning setup for their mech. So once you've mastered it, you can make some tweaks.
Modifying core components and upgrading the mech. Combining the best of different parts, refining the core, and reforging the machine.
By the way, before we continue, this is the man, right? This is the man that for Weatherwaves 2.5, 2.6, and 2.7 was complaining that there was no events, that there was lack of content, that there was lack of gameplay in the game. Right? Right? Just making sure I'm right about this.
A method that combines the essence of inheritance and
Bro, it's so fucking slow.
overcoming limits. Truly worthy of respect.
Additionally, while exploring the base, Ikaro, facing danger along, will draw his mighty hammer to fight his enemies. After being forged through combat and inheriting the legacy
What,
of
you
the
upset that we got a Bang Boo?
Ikaro will transform into the ultimate warrior.
Is he going to be upset that we're going to play as a Bang Boo and a hammer and beating Ethereals? Because, is he going to be upset with this?
Shouldering the responsibility
Are they trying to make people quit the game?
of protecting the human front.
Oh, I guess that if Weather and Waves would add Anby, and Anby would be like shooting beams out of her hands or something, or eye lasers at things, and you would play as Anby in a little bitty event or something, that would be the best event known to man. But because Weather and Waves, because ZZZ here is using a Bang Boo to play in the game, it's a problem, right?
Line. It will
Bro, there are gonna be so many people that are pissed the fuck off that they can't use their characters that actually deal damage, and they gotta walk around with this shitty little Bang Boo and just like swing your shitty little hammer and then deal like 1/3 of the enemy's HP. Like, just go make a separate game. Just go make a separate game. What the fuck is this shit?
challenge the traitors who dare try and
It's a separate event that is with the Bang Boos.
build their own civilization.
And what was the
Okay,
result of this battle?
Hold up. Thank you for subscribing, sir. Bulldog69, thank you for subscribing. I'm sorry that we are going through this and we're basically losing brain cells on this shit, but okay.
I don't care about that one. 2932, there's a new event. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Investment potential. After completing the assessment, proxies will receive rewards such as polychromes and boupons.
All right. Bingo time, bingo time, bingo time. What is the odds that he is going to make a statement here like he did the last couple of times with Zhao, that anyone who pulls for this character type deal, he's going to make it to where anyone who's going to enjoy this event needs to be put on a watch list or some shit, right? Right? We're going to get the watch list. What's the odds that we're going to get the watch list comment?
After all, passing the test means your skills have earned Krampus's seal of approval.
Wow, the approval of strict Senior Zhao is certainly a priceless prize.
Get that shit out of my face. All right.
Oh, no. No.
They've got a Yi Shungite event. It wasn't enough that the entire main story is centered around Yi Shungite. They're also going to have, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very, very special.
Proxies can take Xiaoguang on a journey through the streets and alleys of New Eridu, feel the fragrance of flowers, the thrill of video games, share movies, capture the vibrant pulse of the city, and create beautiful and unique memories.
The character's not out yet.
All these precious moments will be recorded by
The character's not out yet.
Xiaoguang in her diary.
Oh, I'm so
Remember what I told you at the start of this video that these guys were, like, desperate? Remember what I said when I said that these guys were desperate to sell her? Desperate to pull her. This is like 300 million times more than what Wuwa did with Kartithia. Can we agree on that at a baseline? I already know it's not going to end up well, because they're overdoing it.
This was the same man that made the statement when we got to the end of 2.1. But Obel Squad was there. Like, there was nothing. They just showed up, blah, blah, blah. And there was no build-up or anything else. That he was making the complaint that it was a marketing tactic to try to go ahead and push for seed and Orphe for you to go ahead and pull. And from what it sounds like right here, he's bitching that we're going to have an event in this game for our girl here, for our little Void Hunter, for everybody's little Fox girl here, that we're building up a relationship with the character before it's released at 2.5. And it sounds like to me he's complaining that they're doing a build-up. I mean, what, he wants us to save it for 2.5? This was the guy who was also upset that, like, Hidari and all these characters were drip marketed before they were even showcased in the game, and they only showcased in 2.3. There was no hint of them in 2.2 except for Lucia for one part that he was upset about it. He can't be happy.
will love the chance to explore the outside world with a well-traveled proxy at her side.
During the event, besides earning polychromes
Exactly, like Grim Zim said, complaining about things he's already complained about before. So the complaint that he made, he's complaining about the complaint that he made.
And Bupon rewards, Xiaoguang will also share with you all the thoughts and sighs she's recorded in her diary. The HIA Club has just dropped a brand new challenge for simulated
Okay, a
sequence
new
showdown.
combat event. All right.
Some score-obsessed maniac came out of nowhere.
What does it look like?
VR combat acts. Exactly. Frontline stages
Okay.
proxies are familiar with. New martial practice stages where proxies can hone and perfect their combat skills.
Okay, they've got
have
some
also
nice,
been
cool
added.
little challenge-based
Proxies can
ones.
still experience unique combat buffs and their related agents in the Alliance and
Is this how they... This was one of the ways that they said that they were going to buff older units, right? I actually remember that from this shit over here.
No.
Here we go. Missing your
No.
favorite characters? Threshold simulation is the solution. Wait, is that what they're talking about over here?
No.
Because they have buffs for fucking Caesar? Because Caesar has a
No.
special buff here? Is that what they're talking about? Well, this is the
No.
thing. When you're this fucking vague with your notes on how you're making the game better, yeah, sometimes people are gonna be wrong about things and have questions because they're so fucking vague.
frontline stages.
Or you could do what everyone else fucking did and go fucking look at the dev talk and read the transcription. The transcribed fucking dev talk. Someone even put subtitles on it and posted it. The full dev talk. That's the cliff notes to the dev talk that was 40 minutes. Dumbass.
And have fun with different combinations in combat. In martial practice mode, Fan Yue Shifu will be the protagonist.
Many thanks for your trust. It would be my honor to provide you with assistance in your training.
This martial practice challenge will include a performance score. Executing certain skills Fan Yue Shifu has will increase your score, and the
Okay, so this is just a Bon UA mode, basically.
smoother your execution, the higher your mechanics score.
Okay, I see.
Of course, after completing the relevant
You're
combat
pairing Bon UA up with random-ass people on the roster. Okay.
challenge, you can get rewards like a tuning calibrator and polychromes. Of course, in the new version, Shiyu Defense, Critical Node, and Deadly Assault will continue to rotate updates.
Who's ever said that in a live stream before? Oh, by the way, guys, our endgame modes will continue their rotations. Who's ever said that before?
Oh
What?
my god.
But did players think they stopped? So they felt the need to remind people that, oh, by the way, we're not actually stopping them. Huh?
Zero will also add Miss Dylan and Fan Yue Shifu's gear to help them deal with various crises in Hollow Zero.
Complete your exploration of Hollow Zero, and you shall also obtain polychromes and other items as rewards.
Also, the Signal Search Thank You gift event from the previous version has yet to end. In version 2.4, proxies can continue to
Yeah, after seeing Dialin's kit, don't worry, guys. Everyone's getting this skin. Yeah, because that unit is fucking broken.
participate in the event and consume
I guarantee
encrypted
you,
master tape.
You will not be clearing the end game. You will just not be clearing the game modes in ZZZ unless you pull Dialin. With how broken that fucking kit is.
Rewind.
Game modes in Z. You will not be clearing the end game. You will just not be clearing the game modes in ZZZ unless you pull Dialin. With how broken that fucking kit is.
It's Dylan, but this is the same person who has been proven multiple fucking times that when he claims he couldn't clear something, that people went in there with A-rank agents with AW engines and did it, and was like, bro, what do you mean we can't clear it? And then you said it was too sweaty and shit like this. And now you're making, again, the point that, oh, you're not going to be able to clear the endgame mode unless you use dial-in. And it's like, can you shut the fuck up? Because pretty much you have been disproven about this multiple fucking times.
Lock multiple rewards, including Vivian's outfit.
Okay, surely there's... I've been through a lot of shit over here. Surely there's more. Okay, QOL updates for the temple. Let's look at those. Apparently they did some big stuff
now
over
let's
here.
check out what's new in
Nah,
this
not really big
season's
stuff.
Redo Renovation Talk. As the current gameplay systems continue to grow,
This is how they
we
listen.
will optimize gameplay elements that require continuous or repetitive operations
I heard nobody liked this.
to
It was
reduce
just a
the
chore.
burden on proxies and enhance the overall gaming experience. First, in the Suibian Temple gameplay, the periodic rewards from Divan Pawn Shop will be discontinued after version 2.4. These rewards will be available through other means in future versions.
That's not a really confident way to start off your quality of life, is to talk about how you're removing rewards. I don't know who organized this section. You are a dipshit.
The rewards in Divan Treasures
Why would you open up the talk by talking about removing rewards? Can't you talk about, like, at least some of the other things that you're improving first?
will be retained, and new accessories for delicate sunlight and
That's a
soaring
nitpick, but
crane
okay.
will also become available.
But yeah, I guess that's the thing with ZZZ, right? The quality of life is actually removing the quality of death from the game. And Suibian Temple definitely was a feature that, like, radiated the quality of death. So I'm glad it's gone, but it's also like, why even add this shit that you know is making the game worse in the first place?
Because they're letting you know that they're taking it out, but they're keeping the rewards. They're just going to put in other means. That's what the fuck they're trying to tell you.
It's the same thing with TVs. And only one character on the team being able to use their ultimate. Because you have a shared decibel bar. Yeah, those are all things that emanate quality of death.
Second, to help proxies redeem rewards more easily and quickly, an auto-management system will be added to the Suibian Temple gameplay.
Great. Now people can literally set this and forget this like a fucking crockpot because nobody likes this shit. And everyone's asking why this even got added in the first place because nobody visibly liked it either.
After reaching restoration level 35, proxies can enable auto-management.
All right, I don't care. They're basically making this an AFK simulator because they know nobody's fucking playing this shit. It just took them about 17 versions to do it. All right. ZZZ writer interview.
Up next is Mr. Z's exclusive interview. We've invited a writer from Zenless Zone Zero and prepared some questions that I'm sure you proxies are
Oh, so I get to talk. So we're gonna talk to the guy that ruined the game.
dying to know the answers.
All right, let's hear a little bit about
what
this.
he's
Let's
got
hear about
to say.
the mindset going on when he decided he wanted to fuck the story in the ass.
Yeah, let's go talk to your dad.
Is it him? Is he the one that's destroying everything? It is him. I see one big issue with this guy. I think I know why he's doing what he's doing. He's got the biggest forehead I've ever seen.
Oh.
Answers to Season 2's mysteries, like, why did you kill the story? Who's the mastermind behind...
在结局第二季的故事中，我们从不同阵营的视角。
Okay, I don't even care.
I mean, at this point in time, St. Jonas is wearing a hat to hide his forehead. So, yeah. I mean, people have talked so many times about how when he slicks his hair back and everything, how big his forehead was, and he's going to insult some other guy about their big forehead. Okay.
I don't even want to watch this. I can already tell from the first couple of words, this guy is not going to answer anything. He's not going to answer the actual questions. Yeah, I can already tell. We'll progress through the... Yes, that's how every story in these Hoyoverse gacha games works. You progress through with various factions. All right.
四大 AI 是基于新爱丽都这个现代都市的土壤。
Oh, okay. Everyone already forgot that ghost thing was even happening because of the shit you did in Season 2. Remember how Fairy was supposed to have, like, her other AI companions? We saw that in 1.0, and then we just forgot that all that shit happened for the rest of the story. Yeah, I don't know. It really seems like they were trying to do something entirely different for Season 2. Failed completely. And now they're going back to the roots. Yeah, okay. Wait, is that it? Wait, is the entire thing just the writer interview? Wait, it's just an interview at the end. Wait.
Well, the other AI companions that I know of was because of the video that they put up. I don't remember them in the story. I remember, like, you know, there was Fairy in the story, but... And no one forgot about the AIs in 2.0. What? What?
That's the patch? So it's TFT, it's Mecha Bang Boo, one combat event, and then... Wait, it's like 3 events? It's like 3 or 4 events. Oh, God. Yeah, wait. This is... Hey, I'm glad that this was a 5-week patch. I ain't gonna watch the rest of this shit, because I hate this writer, because I hate the story. So this is a 5-week patch. Okay, I think that's fair. Banyue's banner is 12 days. All right. I mean, it's just... I find it really hard to get excited for this update, just already knowing what these Hoyoverse devs are doing with the design of the story, the design of the characters, and all of that. You already know that this entire patch is just meant to be a Yi Shungite advertisement. And I don't think that Banyue, I don't think that...
You know what? I'm going to stop it here myself. You know what? If he's going to stop it there, I can stop it here because I don't think there's any more valid information that can be stated at the end of this. Straight up, we just watched St. Tonus react to all of this. He's going to claim that 2.4 is a disaster, saying that they're fucking bad, says that Dylan's OP, all this other stuff, that this is just an advertisement for the fucking new Void Hunter for 2.5. Basically regurgitating bullshit that he does for anything and everything that is pretty much not Weathering Waves or Dual Knight Abyss right now. Like, this is a person that straight up does not get himself informed, does not go ahead and make sure he is caught up with information, at least, at minimum, do any amount of research, and just watches something and just straight up pukes out information, and we're supposed to take it as if it is the gospel. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure we can consider this absolutely the dumbest criticism there is. Because if you're not a person that's willing to experience and to understand, because there's a hell of a lot of shit that because I think he stopped at 2.1, right? With the story. There's a hell of a lot of shit that he's completely missed out on and doesn't even know about. And he's trying to give 2 cents about it. And even then, he's watching this and they're explaining things like with the Bang Boo adds more days, and it pauses it, and you can clearly tell he didn't even listen. Like, this man, by far, is so irrelevant in this space. Yeah, he needs to stay with Wuwa. Because at least then, he's going to pay attention. At least then, he's going to play the game. And he's going to try things. At least then, he's going to put an effort. This isn't putting an effort. This is just talking out your ass just to talk out your ass. I'm going to leave it with that. Give me your thoughts about this, guys. Until next time, keep it classic, keep it jazzy, always keep it real. Sorry for the long video, but I mean, there was so much loss of brain cells that we just had to go through it.